Hello, folks. I'm the Red. This is Hollywood Animal. And last we left off, we were a little concerned that bugs were about to destroy our ability to get anything done in game. But I did scrub through the footage from last episode, and I noticed a pattern. Which is to say, I very briefly scrubbed through the footage because I am very unprofessional, but I did notice a pattern. And that was that for some of the movies that were stopped, we had hired producers that were, I'm pretty sure they're on these films here. They're just stuck in, unable to stop working for us because they have a film that is being technically, it's like through post-production, but it's never been released. It's just sitting here on the block waiting for its turn to come out. But then we hire them to do another film. And what I noticed specifically was Amber Split. When we put this through pre-production for a second time, and the silence is overwhelming. When I put it through post-production or pre-production for a second time, its producers were gone. Everyone else reprised their roles. Everyone else, got stuck back in. And I don't know if it's because the producers just don't work for us anymore or we're already busy, but I'm like, is it because... Actually, now that I'm thinking, now that I'm saying, I'm second guessing what I'm saying, because if they were just working on something else, then they wouldn't have been given the roles, or if they had been fired, or... I don't think we've had any producers die. In any case, I'm wondering if that's the cause. And so I'm going to be a lot more careful in checking producers' contracts, like going in and actually checking them when I do. And I'll go ahead and start a new project here. I don't know what project to start. I guess this one. Let's get a cinematographer on it. He wants some real sound stages. And any of these, I mean, I really should test the sound stage, or the on-location shooting first. But you want some real sound stages. You're saying city streets will be a long time. I mean, honestly, you're saving us... What? Let's call that 80. Let's call that 95. You're saving us 2 weeks filming time. I'd rather have the quality, really. And again, I don't know if location quality is comparable, like whether it's better to have 1 star of location quality versus 3 stars of filming skill. So I don't know. Technology, you're going to get the blue term vivid. Sound tech is frame tone pure. All of this is same. So producers. I can see Sydney. Your contract says you're through February 42. So you're fine to assign. Although maybe I don't need you. Your contract says 42 again. So I'm going to give this to you. And then I'm going to scroll down a little here. Roger Watts. You're also 42. So you're fine. Directors. And then the directors and everyone else has their actual date up here. Because producers can work on 2 films at once, so you can't just list the date, although you could list it if you hovered. But you can't just list it. I'm gonna say... Why don't you take this? Our detective. You're not known for detectives, Bobby. What's a detective with flat hat? It's this. No, that's Criminal Mastermind. Criminal Masterminds looked a lot like detectives, apparently. This is a pretty solid script. Can get up to 8 stars, so I want 8-star actors on it. Maybe a star. Forrest, why don't you take it? Your love interest is gonna be played by... How old are you? You're 39. Why don't you have Alma play your love interest? Your rival can be... Chris Decker, and the heartless bureaucrat, someone in their 40s, let's say Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. Why don't you be a heartless bureaucrat? You're heartless enough, so... I'm wondering how we're cutting out the time so much. Let's stamp this, approve it. And if my new methodology... Amber Split. Long journey. Finish this. Amber Split was rolling. Arise again. 7% of 10. Let's set up distribution. Give you... I mean, that's the maximum you can take. Let's say 5,000 afterwards. I'm not doing the math here. Paid in blood, 8% of 4, let's say 10% is setup distribution. We're gonna give you 200 rentals on each of these weeks, and then I'm gonna give you 1,000 screenings and then 2,000 on this week. Cuttlefish Inc. Oh, this is a bad movie. I mean, it's trash. Literal trash. No. I'm not gonna film this. Even if there's a storm tomorrow. 1 for the Bone Grinder. 3 from the Friday Partner. It's a 3-star movie. And then Amber Split's just frozen here. Again, it got some progress done. So what's stopping it? Genuinely, I'm now calling it Amber Split. Amber Spilt. Ugh. Genuinely, what is... Soundstage 6. Let me check the soundstage. I mean, it's in good condition. I'm counting Huntress. This was a script that we wrote. I'm going to shelve it for just a second because I want to put... I mean, okay, what's confounding me most of all here is that it did start filming. Like, this wasn't just like the other ones where it just refused to film anything. If I cancel you now... it says pulled from pre-production, but it's being pulled from production. And I go... Let's throw Eye of the Storm here. Because we need something releasing. This is... Yeah, it's a sci-fi... war movie. That's actually some good posters. This reminiscent of the original one and has smaller robots fitting for Silent Storm. Irvine, how long would you want to take to print this? I'm gonna say same as before, 24 20 16 12 advertising starts 5 before, goes 4 after. Actually, yeah, let's go 5 after. You're gonna be men and then not young. So here, here. Piazzolla. Yeah, let's go with that. The police are gonna raid us. They're not gonna find anything. There's nothing to be found. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit... See, what's worrying me is that these start projects are red here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hit the start project button, and anything under 5-star like this, I'm going to get rid of. I'm gonna check to buy scripts. Business of Farouts. Oh, this is just a weird script. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna restart the game and I'm gonna be right back. See if maybe that fixes it. It should. Well, I'm gonna do it anyways. Let's just start throwing things to the wall. Hello, folks. Well, I immediately launched into my opening, but I'm going to be stitching this into another video, so don't need to do that this time. I'm going to try again. We're gonna try to push Amber Split through again. Let's try shooting in black and white. I don't know. Also, the cinematographer, Homer here is gonna get his way, and we're shooting it entirely on location. I'm just changing some things to see, maybe, I don't know. Jack? You've got a year on your contract. You shouldn't run into any problems here. Herman? Your contract says 42. Patsy? Yours says 42. Conway, yours says a year. For a sheriff, we want someone in their 40s or 50s. I'm gonna say Edward this time because I think we went someone else for the villain's right hand. Yeah, let's keep Hazel. Stamp this, start project, and then we're gonna start another project here for the Bounty Huntress. For cinematographer, Jasper. You can shoot this entirely on location, sure. It's gonna take you 2 months. Futuristic city exteriors. Oh, and that'll do better on a soundstage anyways. Actually, anything that raw would be better on a soundstage. Okay, let's reconsider who we're doing. Cornelius. Shoot this thing entirely on soundstage. Filming tech. I'm gonna give Blue Term Viv another shot here. Is that what's causing it? I don't know. As for producer, Sydney, and we want a second one. Dewey, your contract is in October. Joe, yours says 42. For a director, Homer, you're not known for anything in particular. Why don't you take it? For a bounty hunter, Genevieve, you are a commanding presence. If I want to hire someone, no one's going to be that much better than who we have. Milo, you've won 2 Polluxes. Oh, wait, what? I understand the script, but it seems strange for a female role. You're not comfortable with this. I thought you were worried about, your time left on your contract for a hot second. I was like, no, we don't want to do it then. You're both objecting, so Melo, yeah, Yeah, I want you to do this. Let's see how you do at it. For our mad scientist, Charlie. Why are you so objecting to a female bounty hunter? The first victim. And then the villain's right hand. You guys. I get that it's unusual, but... Okay. If scripts hit their limit, where they freeze up like they have been doing, I might just start deleting the scripts. Going, you know what, this script's broken. Maybe it's a problem with the script that's inherent to the script itself. Because Amber's Split did it like twice. A place under the sun. This is... Sure, let's start this project. Cinematographer. Oh, actually, you're not objecting. Let me look at hiring someone else. Someone like Jesse here, who's not asking too much money. Only a couple $100,000. Downstage. Actually, well, let's say if you were to use a soundstage. Well, I'm assuming that if we try to swap these two location shoots, they'll be worse. Filming tech, sound tech. Our producer, Bruce, you've got a year in you. Actually, Kevin, why don't you take it with Ricky here for our director, Anthony. I don't know. I mean, I guess sure. Hopeless romantic. Genevieve, that can be you. And our serial killer can be Betty Lim. Let's stamp this and start it. Sludge in the sun. Terry has found his cap. We're going to start this immediately. If this one gets stopped, I am genuinely going to be upset. I mean, I guess we're doing on-location shoots for this because I have filled up all of our other sound stages, or all of our sound stages. Wow. Okay. We go filming technology. We want the Flumen, and we want the film sound. I mean, you can spend as much as you want on it. It's because we don't have... Okay. Well, this is going to throw us. Kevin and Ricky, I know you two can work on this. Pete Hodges. If I check this, the love interest is new. The sheriff is going to be a recast with Arthur Gray. The villain's right hand. I guess we're gonna hire someone. I don't want to hire someone near the end of their contract. Sue. You're skilled and going to ask for only $250,000. So the love interest is Sue. The right hand is Pauline. This one is going to eat up some time. Our banquet's done, so we're gonna hold a banquet. And I'm going to go... Yeah, these have turned red again. I'm gonna build us another level 3 soundstage here. I'm gonna just put it right here. McBride and Sons, yeah, you could do it. We've lost... Why? Also, how would we know ahead of time that that was coming? Film studios want to limit our ads. Didn't we just have this vote? Um, 15 of 12 is 3,000. Sub 3,000, but we could treat it like 3,000. And then, yeah, you're just not going to get any release on that last day there. You're 12 weeks. You've got a 0% end distribution, paid in blood. Do the performance analytics. Send it to archive. Arise Again is doing 1% of end distribution. Fine. I don't care about performance analytics on this. We're still making money on them. Vincent Rook. Three-year contract. Yeah, sure. It's all fine. That was a loud ching. Voting day on limiting ads again. I have no idea how much Gernstein's going to pay on this. I'm going to guess it's going to be at least 19. Yeah, I could have maybe said guessed 500 or at least 300 for them. Okay. You've completed your training. I'm not going to spend anything more. Okay. Who's Evergreen star? What about directors? Alfred, these numbers are your happiness and loyalty to us, not to your parent company, right? If I said limit to Evergreen, I said again, limit to Evergreen. Homer, you're still not good enough to do this. Kidnapping's harder. Let's begin with organizing surveillance. Oh, we do have a movie coming. Well, no, this is not coming out. Jeez. This whole thing has just put me on such a back foot. I don't want this to unceremoniously end because there was just some bugginess. But we'll keep hitting. That bug popped up a lot over the last episode and a half. And if it's going to be constant, I'll fight it. I will swim upstream, but it will eventually get to us. You're saying boys. There. Why don't we have that as our advertising spread? Boys and young. Eye of the Storm releasing. Verlioka, the Forest Giant. Start production. Is it because I'm giving you security agents? Should I stop giving security agents out? Take a second unit. There it goes. It paused. I have the storm. This is... I mean, there's a 5-star. There's 4 stars. The Bone Grinders tried to drag it down, but it's still an A+ at the Kino mark. Luxurious Banquet is done. Let's hold a banquet. Make it luxurious. Even if there's a storm tomorrow, 20% of 3,000 is 600. Let's give you 1,000 screenings per week. No rentals. Script department is saying additional experience per release. What I want now is 10 story elements. Actually, what I want now is story elements per 6 months. That'd only be half a year. Place Under the Sun. Gonna get second unit. Maybe I should give you low service. I don't know. It's rolling. Amber split. Amber. You know what? I'm not even gonna try anymore. This game has gotten to me. It's rolling. You want an increase or a contract extension? We found dirt. He had plastic surgery, okay. We come here, we go directors, employee center, evergreen, producer, go ahead, Homer, search for dirt on this guy. Attendance is 1 quarter, 12, 6, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, something like that. Security, more experience for information. Actually pretty solid. Shh, we're not gonna talk about that. Just keep your mouth shut if you know what's good for you. Okay, The Bounty Huntress. This is ostensibly a good film going into production. It's not freezing, not yet. We can do 5-year contracts. I'll take 5 film contracts next. You want to add the Toxic Revenger to the code? Wait, hold on. I didn't even see the pop-up saying you were going to do this. I'm going to assume you're going to cancel out. And I'm going to drop... Oh. Curious Banquet. Sludge in the Sun. I'm going to start production. You're going to work 7 days a week, second unit. Crucial scenes, minimal takes. You get your security officer. It'll take you a month, but can't get it down any further. Even if there's a storm tomorrow is 14%. I'm going to end distribution on that. I will do performance analytics, though. Reliable contractor. Start the post-production process. Best editor, best composer, our best equipment. Jane, you want to continue your contract with us. You need to be signing 5-year contracts from now on. You want $500,000 for it? Sure. You've been with us for a while. I will keep you around. Pre-production. Up to 500 extras. Ooh, that's a lot. Scouting goes faster. Sets and prop staff work faster. It's gonna take a year, but if we've got to take a couple of shots at doing our trash speed competitor screenplay estimates. On the release counter, you can see ratings of your competitor's screenplays. Okay. Competitor budgets. We want to do our own printing office. I don't think I mean, that's going to be so long to do. How long it will take once we've spent everything? Still multiple years? Yeah, multiple years. Competitor's budget's going to be 1 year. I think I'll take that. That'll be some kind of information. But we do have... Script. Wow. Okay, so this will tell us what we can fight against and what we shouldn't. And maybe we should actually actively fight against some Gernstein things. Gernstein and Evergreen. Search for the Black Cloak. At the Kino mark. Is the Bone Grinder going to drag us down? Yes, it is. And then we got a couple of 2 stars in addition to the 4 stars. This sound is back. It wasn't... Oh, but it only plays 1 time. Okay. Okay. I was about to be upset. Like, I was about to just be very upset there for a moment. And I was like, Okay, one time. That's fine. That's, that sound design, that's, the thing pops up, it does the thing. Why are you saying you don't put sheriffs in? Well, because sheriffs don't patrol cities, sheriffs patrol counties. Although the sheriff can't, you know what? I'm not even going to. It is one minor unsuccessful combination in a series of combinations. Ooh, this game's getting to me. The bug's getting to it's the bugs that are getting to me. The game I love. Like functionally, most of this game. Um, the lead actor is imitating his predecessor too closely. The previous character raised his eyebrows, bit his lip, and heightened his voice at the beginning of each line. The director thinks the new actor's imitations are derivative and flat, but he can't get the actor to try anything new. Uh, do I seem like the person who cares about trifles? It's okay. Let's be clear here. For most films, yes, I would care. I would say slow down the scheduling, let him do a 30 takes, as it says right here. Just keep working at it until you get something good. But we're not producing. But that's because most of the time I want to produce something good. This time, we're not trying to produce something good. We're trying to produce something quick. I don't care about this. Just get the film done. That's all we're worrying about right now. American Stardust. This has been sitting for a while. For some reason, I thought I saw a negative number here, which would feel right for where we are in the bugs in this game, but no, not that buggy yet. This is a modern American detective. It is action romance. Let's work out our distribution. Go 24, 20, 16, 12. Irvine, we're putting it all on Valentine's Day. We're also going to start advertising on Christmas so we get 100% on release day. I'm gonna say Velvet Goth Spark. And then newspapers and the radio. Aim slightly older. This is not a children's film, despite them listing it as like children are okay. Wow, you're just finding all the dirt. I'm sorry, what? Can we just turn that over to the police, please? Like, I know we don't have, like, a friend in the police, but, like... We're working on a solution. We are working on it. It's gonna come up in not too distant future. 500, you're saying set up distribution for 1,000 screenings a week for this. You and Spencer, you want to renew your contract. We're doing 5-year contracts now on. You're asking... I mean, you are 8-star and a star. Superstar, too. So 1.8 sounds good for you. Jasper... 8-star. You're not going to ask that much either. For 5 years. Actually 1.8, rounded down rather than up. Peter. Again, we're switching to 5-year contracts. You only want $1 million. That's an appropriate amount for you. Actually, maybe a little much, but... Double XP for directors, actors, and cinematographers. I think we go with the level 4 soundstage. It's going to be quite a while until it comes in, but... I mean, how fast... Oh, these are actually each done within a year. I don't care about the high service, but these... These might be things we actually want. I'm going to stop spending our influence. Except on things where absolutely necessary. Our production has finished soundstage 9. You finished the banquet. Hold a banquet. Now, I'm sorry if I'm sounding a little less enthusiastic, but I'm just upset that the game's sort of fallen apart. This... you are a backup director. I mean, we can... Sludge in the sun. Go ahead. Start post-production. Same people can work on it. You're 12 days. You're 9 days. You're 8 days. We can't get this any lower. That's only one more day. We can afford that. Yeah, but that's the only one I'm gonna bump up. I feel bad producing this trash. It makes me feel like I'm producing trash. I mean, I guess that's what I'm doing. It's just crank them out as fast as possible. It's I'm done. I'm done talking about it. We've got, I'm gonna call this 40%, which is 12 for 5,000 at least. I'm gonna go, there needs to be another 0 on that. There needs to be another 0 on that. 10,000, 10,000, and then 8,000, 8,000. Annual report says... I mean, 1.4, yeah, that's expected. Our balance is comparable to anyone else. Our income is second to Gernstein, but... Supreme and... Hephaestus? Hephaestus? Are They're in the red. Supreme is... How did you spend 10 million? Whatever. Yeah, keep going. Keep going for a little while yet. Paid in Blood. That has to be our most commercially successful movie now. Spanish Castling actually made money despite its weird low rating. It Lurks in the Shadows. Wow, everyone just got tanked. Spanish Castling actually considered highly rated, even if it's not. I don't know. Paid in Blood is our movie of the year. I can't remember whether or not we won movie of the year last year, and I know, or I'm fairly certain, that we're banned from doing it if we did. A Heart on Fire was fan-liked. Alma is established for drama. Alfred established as a working man. Patsy is oftentimes the rival. Melo is a femme fatale. Okay. Eye of the Storm running 3% is 30 screenings. We can end things there. Pete Hodges established himself as I mean, we cancel this project, right? But Amber Split's running. Is it gonna pause here now that I've canceled something? Now, the reason I left that, I don't know if I articulated it or not. It passed through my mind, but I don't know if I said it out loud. I'm normally not that superstitious. I'm a little stitious. But this game is just getting to me. And the more things get to me, the more I become superstitious. I'm only superstitious when I'm stressed, basically. And this game is... I mean, it's not overly stressful, but... I just want the bugs to stop. I want when I put a film into production for it to go through production. All of our writers, I haven't even been paying attention, all of our writers have taken the day off. Okay, we need to leave one for Sludge. Okay, Sludge in the Sun. I didn't even see that it was through post. How long was it sitting there? I don't know why I'm hesitating. You're the Toxic Revenger in the Wild West. More or less the same as the last one. Why are there police officers? I mean, they're sheriffs. I like the colorful for the sludginess. You're gonna release as soon as possible. I don't know why it got shot over like that. You can go 20,000 initially, 10,000 the next, well, let's say 15,000 the next week. We're gonna rent 5,000 the weeks after. Yeah, try your best. Advertising. I think that's the only advertise. Well, let's advertise to kids too. Yeah, that's the only advertising. I'm gonna do lighter advertising on that. This, I don't care if it's stale. It needs to come out now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start another project. Commercial mode is sure. I want. No, let's get a better. All of these can be on soundstage. These two are best on location. So that's how we're gonna film. Film text gonna be the blue term vivid, frame tone pure. We can now get hundreds of extras. For a producer, Clifford, you're gonna be one. We were Gray. You've got a contract last until the end of next year. You can be the other. For our director, let's give Jasper Day some work. Actually, where was your contract? That's good. For our cowboy, Bobby, you're established as a cowboy, so you're gonna get the role. You are 42, so for a patriarchal figure, we want someone in their 50s minimum, preferably older 50s. So when it says patriarchal figure, I'm sorry, maybe we're playing to a little bit of a stereotype here, Tatsuya, but I want to give you roles. Our damsel in distress. Yeah, Sue. And then our... Oh! We're going Brokeback Mountain on this. So that's something in production. I keep hitting play. I'm gonna say, you know what? I don't want to write a film. I don't want to write a script right now. And then Milton, you have a job to do. You're gonna write a script. I have the storm. I mean, yeah, it was young men and boys, and then men. Obviously, this. I could have told you that was how it would play out. Thrillers don't work good with soldiers. Thrillers don't do good with. Listen, you don't want the Great War to have sci-fi in it or robots. Femme Fatale and robots, they don't work together. I agree to disagree. Robots and rivals, and then Femme Fatale and big. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to say Finding Your Man. It's gone through post. It is a Victorian detective. Are there women in it? There is a damsel in distress, and actually the antagonist is a woman. I'm trying to make out what this figure is here. I'm gonna back off a week. 24, 20, 16, 12. Irvine print it. Here's our advertising campaign. I'm gonna say this is probably again going to appeal largely to men and older audiences, even if it doesn't say that. The appeal is slight enough that it doesn't make a big deal out of it. And then we're gonna select our candidates here. And I guess we didn't win Best Picture. Eye of the Storm was not listed in the top spots. So here's the thing. I don't know, because it ended distribution after after all of these top spots were calculated. So it doesn't get listed in that. I don't know whether or not, if we completely ignore it, will it be available next year? Because I thought I saw some movies listed as like they're available from the previous year. Best cinematography. Spanish Castling. How's your cinematographer? And then yeah, like search for the Black Cloak. I think is still in theaters. And it's gotta be. It hasn't been that long. So if we don't touch it, does it... Also, why are only 4 of these 5 stars highlighted? That's upsetting to me. Best Actor... and 8.5. You're a 9. Best Actress. We're gonna just throw both of those. And Best Director, Paid in Blood again. Eye of the Storm, actually Spanish Castling again, and then Eye of the Storm again. Best Screenplay. And I'm not going to promote any of these. I would like to bank the influence. 5%, 8,000 is 5, 10, 2,400. Sludge in the sun. Bone grinder didn't like it. But you know what I'm gonna do? Oh wow, made everything stale. Oh, and it made American Stardust stale. Right as it's coming out, too. Okay. And then I'm going to use the fact that Sludge in the Sun just released to go ahead and stop the video here. We're at a normal time anyways. I think we're actually a little over because this is... I restarted the game. And we got some of these movies through. One of them didn't. But I guess that's just going to become a recurring problem now. We're going to have to sometimes send movies through pre-production multiple times. But I'm going to use this as an opportunity to go, you know what? Sludge in the Sun, we can take multiple attempts because I'm going to have a save right here. And I'm not going to let that one not go through. I'm going to force it. In any case. If you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you next time where we will be writing the sequel to Sludge in the Sun and probably putting a couple more things in production, pre-production. In any case, I'll see you there.